Hey guys, subscribe for daily content, and if you're shopping for gear, make sure you check out the description for the newest items at some of the very best online retailers. There's also links for some of the items that I personally recommend. Thanks!
What's going on YouTube? Metal Complex here, and today I've got another short little unboxing video to share with you guys. So these showed up by surprise, thank you to DLT Trading, but I remember scrolling through DLT Trading recently and seeing these here. I love Vanguard knives, and one of the main reasons is not just, they make enjoyable products, but they're a company who does not only DLC, but they'll do a semi-mirror polish, as well as a standard mirror polish. This is something that we're starting to see more, but still not very common. And the nice thing is we're starting to see it on things that don't cost, $1,000 or $2,000. We're starting to see it on super high-end Chinese production knives, which is really, really cool. I've very much been enjoying the fact that this type of stuff is available. Now, I've looked at the outside labels of these boxes and realized that I believe that's what I'm getting here today. So that's super cool. Can't wait to share it with you guys. We're going to unbox it together, just first impressions. I will link this stuff down in the description. It does help my channel when you use those links, but that's entirely up to you. Thanks so much to, like I said, DLT, thanks to my patrons for supporting me. Make sure your notifications are turned on for the Metal Complex YouTube channel. So the one I want to do first is this guy. I have not, I own at least 3 Vanguard knives. Been a big fan of their work. You guys have seen their mirror polishing or semi-mirror on this channel. So here's this. Probably goes to their website, but the links for these will be at DLT. So it comes with the deal right here. So what is this knife called? This knife is called the Starrunner. It says M390 gray semi-mirror. Okay, Starrunner. A little bigger than I assumed it would be in the pictures. We can see some polishing up there. Very cool. We have probably a two-tone, it looks like maybe a hand rub satin and the mirror blade. So we have, what is going on here? Oh, it's kind of like a wraparound backspacer. Is that what's happening? Yeah, okay, kind of. It's not exactly the same thing as what we've seen from Wee Knives in the past. That's kind of interesting though. So, hold on just one second. There's no, yeah, I was going to say, it's not an integral frame. I looked at this and I was like, this looks like an integral frame axis, but I think it's just an interesting collar. So let's go ahead and kick this out here. Whoa, heavy detent. There we go. That's what I like to see. So this is still an expensive knife, but I would say just 3 years ago, if someone was like, hey, like, can we do like a near mirror or like a semi-mirror polish on like M390? I think they just laughed at you. It just wasn't a thing. You would have like high polished stone washed, right? This is a step further than like what we see on the Paisan from Spyderco, which is now a $700 knife. At least, what is it, 700, 650, something like that. Now that's made in Taiwan, right? And that's also an integral, so I'm not being super fair with the pricing there. But even on the Chinese stuff, we weren't seeing this commonly. I love this. I love that they will do this. I think companies that are not doing this stuff right now, if you're just pumping out like your neck, like, yeah, this is just a frame lock. But as far as like blade finish work, if we're not doing interesting finish work like this, I think you're really, really missing out. Very good. Vanguard is just okay, so the flipper action on this is definitely the way to go. This has a heavy detent. You guys saw me struggle there. I don't want to brag, but I've got a, this finger's been worked out. Oh boy, that sounds bad, doesn't it? I mean, flipping knives. Okay, what I meant was flipping, like sitting around and reverse flicking knives. Okay. Yeah, but that's pretty heavy detent. So you can also front flip it, and the flipper tab I think works the best. Really good. Very comfortable, very pointy, very spiky. Who's the designer here? Oh, is this Tough Knives? I don't recognize that logo. Maybe I just don't remember. So it's not a full mirror, but man, is it close. I mean, very high reflectivity. Not getting the full definition on the old mug here, but yeah. Very, very cool. Big fan of that. I like that. It's bigger than I thought it was going to be. Let's measure it. Overall length, Full-size knife, 8 inches blade length, 3.5. Cutting edge is actually more because of the the blade length there, or the edge length, 3.65. Very cool. Okay, let's take a look at the other one here. There's the box. Alrighty. Now this one, and this one also might be I don't know if it's the same designer. I really struggle. The box is like just ever so slightly. It's 1/1000th of an inch on all sides bigger than the box. You have to fight it to not rip it open, which who cares, right? It's just about, like, this is the part that I like. This is cool that you get this with it. A lot of people see stuff like this and they're like, oh, so all that extra money's going into the box. So, I mean, to be honest, I feel like especially with the polishes, like the prices on some of this stuff where you're going like at the top end, I'm not really upset with it, especially when you consider competition. So I almost view this nice box as just a bonus rather than something that's like built into the price tag. I could be wrong, right? I'm just giving you my opinion based on what I've experienced. This is called the Nikiri M390 Black DLC semi-mirror. Very cool. Oh, look at this boy. Look at this boy here. Here we go. Awesome. I was wondering, because I don't know if they all have the little Timascus inserts. Ooh, that's cool. Oh, boy. I love that perimeter milling there with the diamond texturing. We've got the Timascus pivot collar. That's gorgeous. Now, it's not going to be for everybody. It's not going to be for everybody. But, hold on. Oh, yeah. That's super cool. Not everybody's going to like, the fact that there is literally no tip. Right? A lot of people look at this and goes, no tip. I think this is... Oh, let me shine this guy up for you guys here. Let me shine it. Let me shine it up. Let me polish it up for you. Really, really cool. Really cool. This is absolutely form over function. Every time I show a blade shape like this, people are, well, Dad, I can't use it when I have to poke the thing. Well, okay, you just buy a knife with a tip, right? This is definitely a knife that's more, more like showy. Now, it's still an edge. You can still cut with it, right? But 100% supposed to be like designy. This to me screams tough knives. There you go. There's the logo. I love this. I think this is cool. Not all blade shapes, not all knives that have this blade shape are interesting to me. We went through a period of time in the knife world where like everything, what was it, like 2018? That was like like the year that I kind of started on YouTube. 2018, 2019, everybody was doing cleavers. Sheep's Cliff, Sheep's Cleaver, Cleaver Club, whatever, like that. Everything was like that. And by 2021, I think we had kind of pulled away from it. But I think a lot of us who collect a lot of knives have, you guys always say it's funny, you can tell I talk with my hands because you see the reflection in the... I do. You guys can't see me, but I'm usually standing. I have to move around while I'm talking. I've got a bunch of knives in my collection from that time period that are this blade shape. I don't think it's so much that any particular blade shape is just inherently cool. I think what matters is that you match whatever blade shape that you have chosen for your knife to the general flow of the knife, and especially in contrast with the handle. Some knives, the blade is too busy and the handle's too blah, and then sometimes it's the opposite way. Sometimes it doesn't flow or make any sense. This whole knife appears to be one complete theme, one complete thought, right? It's all supposed to go together. I wouldn't expect anything less from Jeff Blauvelt. I really like his designs, and he's been making knives for a bit, so very cool. And I think that Fuller, God, the action. That Fuller's accessible all the way down, so I think you could probably pinky flip it. I got to get it on camera so you guys can see. Heck yeah, there we go. Still, my pinky was off camera there. There we go. You totally do it. That's cool. I like that one. I like that one a lot. That's awesome. Man, I love that DLC. I love the semi-mirror on stuff like this. Like, it looks good, but like the black DLC definitely looks better. So these are expensive knives, but especially that, like, I looked up the price on this one. DLC it's possible that the frame is not DLC, just PVD, and that's fine. DLC M390, textured titanium, quite a bit of Timascus, quite a bit. I feel like the price tag, especially for this guy, is pretty fair. I think this is cool. Okay, you will get reviews on these knives, absolutely. Oh, we didn't measure this one. I think this one's probably also at least 8 inches. Well, you got to measure from up here. Yeah, 8 inches, 3.75 inch blade. Blade to handle ratio, very, very good here. 2 cool Vanguard products, both by Tough Knives. You will get full-length reviews on these knives, but that's going to be it for today. So check the links down in the description if you want to check these out and all the different variations. Please make sure to follow me on Instagram at metal_complex. If you enjoyed this video, leave a like. If you'd like to check out my other content, I do, of course, have lots of videos of knives that are either expensive or inexpensive that I do or don't like, so check those out. And if you enjoy all my content, go ahead and click on that Metal Complex logo right there and subscribe because there's definitely more coming. Thanks again for watching, everybody, and have a great day.